You just watch someone unlock toilet paper by scanning a QR code, and if you thought this was bad, oh boy, how we got it all wrong. This is a umbrella which has a Bluetooth and is gonna warn you that it's going to rain. The sky already does that. It turns black and throws away water at your head. This app will tell you also when you leave the umbrella behind. Perfect. You forgot it. And now you walked 3 streets away, and now it sends you a notification. Yeah, your umbrella may have been forgotten. Well, no shit. I'm actually getting pressure washed by God, and whoever decided that this umbrella needed a Bluetooth should go outside and maybe touch grass. Actually, don't touch grass. You'll get an app for that as well. And if you thought that was a bit pushed, somebody looked at the salt dispenser and thought, you know what this thing needs? A software. Smalt. So Smalt is an app-controlled salt dispenser with mood lighting, voice control, and a Bluetooth speaker. A speaker inside a salt shaker. You could pinch your phone screen and the machine would release a specific amount of salt, replacing that brutal level of moving your wrist gently. You could also ask Alexa to season the food. I mean, imagine standing behind the salt with 2 working arms shouting, "Alexa, dispense half a teaspoon." Pick that thing up, you helpless bastard. You can even probably play some Imagine Dragons. I mean, imagine dragging these nuts across the face of whoever puts speakers in a salt shaker. And because it has a battery, the salt shaker could even run out of power while still being full of salt. Dinner is cancelled and the sodium servers are down. Then all of a sudden, Toasteroid entered the chat. An app-controlled toaster that burns random drawings, messages, and even weather forecasts onto bread. I know, right? Mind-blowing. Nearly 2,000 people backed it up. There are 2,000 adults who looked at the toast and decided that the missing ingredient in this whole thing was Bluetooth. Because you can send a message to another Toasteroid owner. Because texting was too convenient, it's lightly brown medium seating, and it could also print you the weather forecast. Or just hear me out on this. You could just look outside your window for once and see the rain or whatever you need. Or if you're that lazy, you can wait for the Bluetooth to draw a tiny cloud onto your Hovis slice of cheap bread. And you thought breakfast was a bit too pushed, you've got cuvée, or whatever the fuck you call it. J'ai un énorme fusil! Cuvée, actually, was a Wi-Fi wine bottle with a touchscreen and proprietary wine cartridges. So imagine your printer, but for wine. The bottle watched you drink, barfed at your face, and then judged your progress and advertised the next bottle before you even finished embarrassing yourself. It told you what you were drinking, what food you need to match it with, and how much it remained. All this information, which is useless because it was previously available to your eyes that you have in your head. They turned wine into a printer ink. Buy the machine, then keep buying special cartridges until the company owns your liver, like HP does with your cartridges. Then QV went out of business, of course. Normal glass bottle survived. They don't need chargers. They don't need an account. No customer support ticket. It just sat there holding wine like a fucking veteran. There's this thing called leaflet that you look or you Google search if you need that much extension to your brain. But anyways, the final boss of everything of app arrived. Silicon Valley produced Juicero. It's like this superhero but for juices. This stupid thing is worth $700, which has Wi-Fi and scanned QR codes on proprietary juice packets before squeezing them. Now, this machine could also apply several tons of pressure. Several tons to squeeze 1 bag of fucking oranges? Really? On the bright side, they raised around $120 million for this. Then journalists squeezed the packet by hand. It was the same juice. Well, $120 million. You've got engineers, factories, QR codes, and several tons of pressure, which were all defeated by Linda's So that went out the window pretty fast. The machine could reject also expired packets, and even though the expiry date was printed directly on your packet, well, reading is too old-fashioned. We don't have time for this. We don't have time for this. The spinach needed cloud authorization, and when Drusero shut down eventually, the machine became a giant plastic reminder that sometimes the smartest feature is, I don't know, fucking having your hands? And that brings me back here. This public toilet paper dispenser that is gonna ask you to scan a QR code. And if you thought that Silicon Valley was out of hand, well, China had a better idea. You could also watch an advert to pay before it releases around roughly 4 to 6 sheets. There is no toilet paper. That was just your demo version. You need more? Well, watch another ad. As your ass has entered part 2 of the wiping phase. Imagine sitting there while a 30-second commercial explains how some mobile game can improve your life. Your pants are literally around your ankles. Nobody involved in creating this should be allowed near another idea. They should be sacked. They should be fired straight away. That's it. I understand the excuse. Okay, people steal toilet paper and waste it. Fair enough, fine. Okay. But if the solution requires somebody to accept cookies before wiping, the solution has become worse than the original animal. Smart technology, when we first started with all these things, was supposed to give us flying cars or fucking teleportation. I don't know. Instead, it gave us a grown adult trapped in a toilet. The advert will not load. So your ass now has ads. And I think that with this, civilization is complete. So. どんぐりをたどってもつきませんもう二の小さなレストラン空っぽの